What's going on, everyone? My name is Miles. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to go over the new crypto buff and the new shotgun buff. Now, this is something that could be really overlooked very easily, and a lot of people might not think much of the new crypto buff or the new shotgun buff, but this is actually going to be a huge change in the meta, in my opinion. Now, I don't really believe that crypto will become the main legend in the meta. I still think it will be more of like a Lifeline, Wraith Pathfinder, or Gibraltar, or something along those lines. Maybe even Watson, some people I see still use. So I don't think crypto is quite there and quite strong enough to compete at the highest level, but I do think that he is approaching the scene, approaching the surface, and getting really close to being one of those top S tier legends. Now, this last update, when the duos mode came, released a buff for crypto and a buff for the shotguns. Now, I think the shotgun meta change is going to be a bigger change than the crypto buff, and I'll just kind of read basically what they decided to do with the shotguns. Is all shotguns will have projectiles with a small amount of width, so the projectile of the shotgun is not going to be spreading all over the place and spreading out very far. It's going to be almost like a choke is already attached to your shotgun, so your pellets are going to be closer together and they're all going to shoot in one direction, and more than likely most of your shotgun pellets will hit, or projectiles will now hit one person when just shooting it like normal. So you're going to be getting that effect of using a precision choke even though you don't even have one yet. I'm just going to run some gameplay in the background where you guys can see. It also looks like the damage numbers on the Peacekeeper are a little bit different. I'm not sure if they changed those at all, or maybe it's just the fact that, you know, your projectiles actually hit more often now. But the Peacekeeper is a lot more powerful in my opinion. You can use the Peacekeeper now at like a medium range. So if you shoot someone with the R99 and you do like 120 damage and they're like a medium range, usually you would pull out the Peacekeeper and it would do maybe 10 or 11 damage because just the way the projectiles spread a lot. But now you can pull out that Peacekeeper and do an easily an easy 30, 40, maybe even 60 damage sometimes. I've been getting some really crazy numbers with the Peacekeeper. I think it's a whole lot better than normal, but I do think it's a little overpowered, and I do think it might need to be tweaked just a little bit, just because, I mean, you can do 60, 70 damage from a pretty good distance. So at a range where you should be using maybe a 301 or a Havoc or a Devotion or a Flatline or something like that, you can still pull out the PK at this point and do a good 50 damage. And that's just a little insane to me. So I do think the Peacekeeper is really, really good right now. If you guys are not using the Peacekeeper, you feel uncomfortable with it, you should definitely be practicing with it, because right now it is one of the best weapons in the game. It is so good with this new update and this new buff. Now on to crypto. Now I do think crypto has gotten a pretty good buff this last update, and I do think he's a lot more viable than he was before. Now, like I said already, I don't think he's as viable as Gibraltar or Lifeline yet, but I'm not entirely sure yet because we haven't seen enough playtime with him yet, especially amongst like the pro players and the competitive players and things like that. But just from experience, yesterday I was playing with him and I actually completely forgot about his buff, and I tried to drop my body shield when someone was using an EMP on me. So out of habit, I tried to drop my body shield, and when I picked it back up, I realized that I didn't have any health and I just got lasered, and it also stunned me. So crypto's EMP ultimate is really good now. The only thing I'm concerned about is his drone is still pretty easy to knock down and shoot, and it's still kind of loud, and it's also putting him out of position because he can't be there with his team. So I think that they may need to tweak him a little bit more if they want him to become the new meta, if they want him to become, you know, an S tier legend. But I do think this buff is really huge, and he definitely is a lot more viable now than before. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you all for the support that you've been showing me. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm super excited to hit that milestone. So thank you guys so much for all your support. It really does mean a lot to me. You guys just keep requesting in the comments the videos you want to see. I promise I go through all of them, and as you guys can tell, I've been making pretty much most of them that you guys have been requesting. The other ones I'm still getting around to. Also, if you guys have been leaving some comments and I don't reply to them or I don't heart them, I just realized that some of my loyal fans, my loyal viewers that watch me all the time, are commenting sometimes, and it's not getting shown as real comments. It's getting flagged as spam for whatever reason. I'm not sure what's YouTube's problem, but just know that I do go through all these comments, and I'm going to reply to every single one of them. So if you guys don't get replied to, just know that YouTube's just acting crazy, and I do apologize about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video. It really does help the channel out a ton. Also subscribe. It's the best way to help me out, and we're so close to that milestone. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.
And I think I got one. Yeah, and I think I got one. Yeah, I got got one.